Dear friends, so today again we are meeting to discuss a very important aspect of the civil engineering. The topic for today's session is related to materials management, and we'll try to understand how the material management techniques are helpful in achieving the project objectives of time, cost, and quality. We are aware that the materials are the major inputs to the construction activity, because with the help of certain other operations which are performed on the materials and with the help of some other resources like equipments and labor, we try to create the facility. A facility in the form of a building or a bridge or some industrial structure or a tunnel and many other such facilities. But here in all these projects, the materials form a single largest component of the total cost of project, and which generally is about more than 40 to 50% of the total cost of project. And so it is very important that the efforts must be concentrated on this largest chunk, that is the materials, to minimize the total cost of the project. Let us try to define the word materials management, what it really means. It is defined as the function responsible for coordination of planning, sourcing, purchasing, movement, storing and controlling of materials in an optimum manner so as to provide a pre-decided service to the customer at a minimum cost. What is very important is to note down these figures, these words: the planning of materials, the sourcing of materials, purchasing of materials, their transportation, their storage, and to go for an effective control of these materials, right from purchasing to the supply of the same to the site in an optimum manner, so as to provide a kind of a service to the customer at a minimum cost. And that is a very important function. Suppose if there is a lack of materials management for a particular construction project, what would be the effect of this lack of material management on the time and cost of project? Let us try to understand. Suppose there is some delay happening in providing the materials for any construction project. Naturally, if the materials are not reaching the site in time, the project is going to be put behind the schedule. It won't be possible for the construction team to carry out all the activities in time because of, say, non-supply of the materials in time as per the construction schedule. And when the materials are not reaching the site, the other resources like equipments or even the labor would be sitting idle. They would be like without work on the construction site. They are available on the site, but there is no work because of the lack of materials being available on the site. And this will disrupt the entire workflow. The flow of work which is decided in the construction schedule, the same would not be possible on the site, and that may even lower the morale of the men, because the construction team is the one which is actually carrying out the work, and any delay occurring in the other departments will certainly cause certain pressure on the construction team, of course, because they are going to complete the project, and that is happening towards the say end phase of the project. So because of the say problem in some other department, these people are going to get pressurized, and so that may lower the morale of the men. And of course, to put the project back on the schedule, it will require additional organizational efforts, which may even affect the cash flow statement of the project, because the management will have to arrange for more money, to arrange for the extra resources so that the project is brought on the schedule. And this may require more overheads. And this is going to create a direct effect on time and cost. both the time and cost will be more. There will be cost overrun happening, there will be time overrun happening. Now, if say we talk about the materials, how the material shortage can be avoided. That means the materials are reaching the construction site in time. Of course, it is too much to expect that the shortage of materials will never occur. Yes, it is quite possible that sometimes some things go wrong and the materials are not reaching the site in time. But if such shortages occur very frequently, and that too for very common, normally used materials, say like steel or even cement, then certainly it is a matter of concern, because that indicates the management failure. We may even think of, say, improper decisions taken by the managerial team for the supply of material to the site. And to avoid this, obvious remedy would be to carry more stock of the material at the site. If we wish to avoid the shortages, carry more stock of the material at the site. But to arrange for more stock, it is going to ask for more capital investment. More capital investment, that means you are spending more money. And of course, you are receiving larger stock, additional stock. That would again require more storage area. So again, you will have to say arrange for larger storage space, and there are more chances for loss due to the wastage, due to the damage, even due to the deterioration of the materials, and even sometimes the theft. So more care is required, more money is required if you wish to go for larger stock of the material at the site. It is definitely a tightrope walk, but walk we must. On one hand, you wish to save the project schedule by arranging for, say, more materials, spending more, but at the same time, you are saved because the shortage of material will not occur. But a balanced approach is required, because you don't want your cost to go much higher, and you also wish to say avoid the wastages, damages, etc. But at the same time, you wish to make necessary progress with the schedules. Now, if at all the delay occurs and there is a cost overrun and the time overrun happening with the construction project, there are certain effects. There are certain direct effects also, that the cost will be higher. There will be delay in the time, and it would be very difficult to complete the project in time, in schedule. But there are certain invisible effects. And invisible effects are much more long-lasting and more harmful. There would be friction amongst the various departments. Particularly, I can give you the example that the construction team, which is taking the maximum pressure towards the say last few phases of the construction project, because they are completing the project and after that the project would be handed over, then construction team would be very upset with the material management department, because the materials are not reaching the site only because they have not arranged it properly, or certain things have gone wrong in procurement of materials, and so there would be friction amongst the various departments. There would be kind of harassment to the organization, because say any conflict, any quarrel happening between the resources, say particularly the human resources of different departments, that would be addition to the harassment to the organ, because the HR people, the human resources department people will have to work little more to establish a smooth functioning again. There can be dissatisfaction amongst the customer. If the delay is happening to the project, then definitely the customers will be getting the project at a later date, and they would not be able to start their own work in that particular facility. So they would be dissatisfied. And if this occurs for a longer period, if there is a longer delay happening, then definitely there is a loss of faith and trust in the organization. So it can even lead to the damage happening to the image of the organization. So material management becomes very important here. And so we can say that considerable managerial skill must go into ensuring timely provision of variety of materials to be used for the construction. The effect of material management on the quality of project. Say one more project objective of quality is also directly dependent on the quality of materials which forms the facility. Say we are using different types of materials, and the quality of each type of material is going to affect the quality of material, that is quality of construction that is being done. Because if inferior quality materials are used in the construction, it would affect the quality and the performance, the durability of structure. So if an efficient material management system is in place, then certainly the quality of material is effectively ensured, and so we can say that the quality of facility is also ensured. So that is one more objective achieved by the material management system. So we can say that the material management is extremely useful for a timely completion of project within the predetermined cost and with desired quality. If we use various techniques which have been developed for resolving such conflicts of time and cost, known as material management techniques, which may include some of the classification system, the inventory control models, and these must be practiced to maximize the benefits of these material management systems. And so we can say that the material management has the most important role to play in fulfilling the project objectives of time, cost, and quality. So here we come to the end of the session. I hope you have liked the contents of the video, and if it is so, then please like and share the video contents by subscribing to this video channel by pressing the bell icon. Your suggestions are most welcome always. Thank you very much.